Good morning, everyone. Today is the 1st of April. I remember last year, two of my friends pranked me, and I also pranked another friend for the simple purpose of fun, merriment that we have on the 1st of April. Because it is the 1st of April and the April Fool's Day, where we have a bit of laughter, fun, merriment, and also this is the beginning of a new month, a month we are very much looking forward to. We have the Sinhala Tamil New Year, and we are very much prepared to enjoy. We have the vacation. We have planned a lot of activities throughout the past few months to do with the family, children, and we are very much looking forward to it. But the times have changed. In 2020, we still don't have that kind of atmosphere here in Sri Lanka as well in the other countries of the globe. This is because of the coronavirus or COVID-19. Things have changed, times have changed, and we need to understand that our first priority should be safety. I believe even at this moment, you are staying safe within your homes and joining me to find inspiration against the boredom of being within your home environment. The COVID-19 pandemic, commonly referred to as COVID-19, has endangered human lives all over the world. In Sri Lanka also, we have a lot of people who are affected. I believe when I checked last, it was 143 patients in Sri Lanka, and 2 patients have lost their lives because of this situation. I believe the government has taken steps to impose curfew, especially strict curfew is being used at the moment in the critical areas. And I believe people should be very much supportive to the measures taken by the government because it is for the benefit of the people. Because if we cannot control the spread of this virus, our nation and the entire world is going to be victimized, and we do not know what will proceed in the future. So the first message that I have to deliver to all of you is to stay safe, stay home, and leave the home only if it is necessary. If it is very, very necessary, you might leave the homes, but you have to take all the precautionary measures. Remember to keep that social distance, at least 1 meter distance, which is very important at the situation to ensure that we have contributed to stop the spreading of this deadly virus. And also we need to appreciate and felicitate the real efforts taken by the medical professionals, the health sector professionals, the doctors, the nurses, the attendants. They have put their lives at risk. And that is for you and for me. So they are doing a lot of things. And if we do not stay within our homes, and if we do not have that social distance, that means their efforts are in vain. So I believe you have to act as a responsible citizen, because you should be ultimately responsible for your health and well-being. The government and the health sector officials, they are doing what they can. They are doing the best. And we need to give our best. So I believe as young people, we have a responsibility about our health and care. And we need to make sure that we do not spread the virus. We do not get affected and contaminated to this deadly virus. So let's now take into consideration what you can do within your home environment during these few days. So I have decided to share 12 things which you can do these days, which can be highly recommended to succeed in life and to keep your life in action. First things first, number one, stay alive in good health. That should be your priority. Take all the precautionary actions recommended by the health sector officials, and remember to wash your hands and to have the necessary distance from the others in the society. Also remember, we need to stay healthy. So therefore, I recommend you should have a healthy diet, a balanced diet, and try to boost your immunity system. Do regular exercises. If you are in a home with a garden, you can go out to the garden and do some exercises, some sports, maintaining the necessary distance even with your family members. And you can actually make sure that you are safe. So the first advice that I have to give you, as all the other medical professionals give you, is to stay safe and stay healthy, because this is going to be very important. Because if your immunity system is not functioning properly, you are more likely to get affected by the harmful consequences of the virus if you get contaminated with the virus. The second recommendation that I would like to make is to help the needy. I have seen several youth-led organizations and NGOs coming forward to help the needy, especially the daily wage earners who have been unable during the last few days to earn a living. If possible, donate some money. If possible, spread the message. If possible, you can volunteer for these organizations within your homes. You can virtually support these organizations in their mission to provide essential food items to those who are in need. I think that is a very good thing that we need to salute in Sri Lanka, because youth organizations and non-governmental organizations have come forward to support the daily wage earners who have not been able to earn their living during the last few days due to the curfew and the situation back in our country. Also, the third point is to have a sustainable lifestyle. Today, I believe there is a barrier to access essential food items due to the curfew. Vegetables, fruits, and other food items are difficult to be found in some areas. Also, due to the inability to travel and access ATMs and banks, people are unable to withdraw money. This brings my focus, that is, it is high time that we start home gardening and cultivating fruits and vegetables in your garden. It will be an excellent pursuit for recreation and to relax your mind. At the moment, it will also provide you ample exercise for your body, because you will be engaged in the gardening and cultivation activities. In the future, you will be gaining a lot of satisfaction. It will be the mental satisfaction, and also there will be a certain economic satisfaction, because you are going to save some money, because you can get the products from your home environment which are safe, and also you have done the cultivation activity and you will be reaping the harvest. The third point is sustainable lifestyle, and let me go into the fourth point, that is to reflect the uncertainty, right? So what you need to understand is our lives are uncertain. Our lives are not predictable, unpredictable. You can understand that we did not have COVID-19 when it comes to the beginning of this year. There was, I think, we did not speak about it. We did not have it. But suddenly it emerged in Sri Lanka. And now we are facing the consequences. So we need to understand that we need to get ready for the worst. Coronavirus has become an experience in which we can realize that we are all vulnerable. Money, fame, your differences and divisions are not there in front of COVID-19. Young or old, rich or poor, religious or atheist, you are most likely to be a victim if you do not take the necessary precautionary actions. Number 5 is to develop the family bonds. I believe all of you, or most of you, live with your family members these days. You can give them quality time. You can care about them, understand them, and I believe this is a movement away from your normal busy lifestyle. So you can dedicate more times to your parents, to your family members, like your sisters and brothers, and you can develop a very good bond. And that, I think, is something that we need to always think about. So I think you can provide quality time, and also you can actually dine together with them. You can sit on the same table. If you feel that it is necessary to have a certain distance, I believe that is also something that we need to think about, because sometimes you go into the, they might have come from different areas of the country, from the world. So have that necessary distance, but make sure that you have quality time to spend with your family members. And I think that will be a rewarded experience, because the family as the basic unit of the society, if it is going to be a very healthy environment, I believe the entire country will be able to defeat the coronavirus easily. Number 6 is to start or resume your love towards nature. I am sure you all love nature, or you did once during your childhood. Listen to the beautiful voices of the birds. Look at the beautiful birds who come near your garden. Go and hug a tree and enjoy the shelter of a tree, the shade of a tree. I believe you can always spend some quality time with nature. Water the plants, be with nature. Make it a habit to spend at least a quarter of an hour in nature. Try to connect with nature. And also, when it comes to the COVID-19, this has restricted human movement and work in the factories. We do not travel in vehicles anymore like we used to do. And I believe even the scientists, they are studying that nature is healing. So we need to think critically about human activities that endanger the balance of the ecosystem, and how we, or how our actions are responsible for the degradation of the environmental resources. So I believe it is high time that we think about the environment, and we need to become eco-friendly, and we need to always think about the environment, because at this moment, the coronavirus has actually made sure that nature is healing little by little. Another thing that I would like to recommend is to read. Reading is very important, because I think these days you have some extra time, the times that you spent in traveling, and all these things can be taken into consideration, especially the factor of reading news, reading articles, reading books. You can read and you can gain knowledge and entertainment. I believe reading is very important. Number 8 is you have to plan your future. Use this time to plan your future. It can be your personal life, your work life, your family life, or even your future economy. People are likely to be affected severely by the drop of their economy. So I think you need to get ready with it. Do you have a plan? I think you need to have a plan. So spend quality time on planning your future finance, your future goals, your future educational aspects. Take your time, think and plan, and that is very important. Number 9 is to write and express your creativity. Make sure that you use the time available very productively. Write a poem, a story, or even a book if you can. Who knows whether you are going to be the next star? There might be a star within you. There might be a poet within you. There might be a novelist, a writer within you. So why don't you bring out your inner talents? So if you can use this time to express your creativity, I think that is something that is very important. And also you can share the poems, you can share the stories to others, your friends, your social media friends, and they will give you the encouragement that you need. Number 10 is to be empathetic. I think this is a very good time period to develop sympathy and empathy. Think about your circumstances, having very less access to food and even the money you can't access. You might have money in your bank accounts, but you might not be able to access them. Now, just for a moment, think about the poor people. They don't have that in their lives. So try to be empathetic, try to understand, and I think that will create a better human being. So you can draw parallels from your circumstances and experiences these days, and that will be very important for your entire life. Also, just think about the animals in the zoo. I think at this moment, when you are in your homes, sometimes you feel, I am trapped within my home environment. So what about the animals in the zoo? They are having their lives like that all the time. So I think we need to bring out that empathetic understanding, and that will make you a better human being. Number 11 is to unite and not to divide. In Sri Lanka and in almost all the countries in the world, we have a lot of differences and we have created a lot of divisions. I think this is high time to understand no person, whether rich or poor, whether you are religious or atheist, you are going to be affected at this moment. No one can escape, which means we all need to unite. We need to unite as Sri Lankans. We need to unite as the world. And another very important piece of recommendation is to closely monitor the work done by the politicians and the public representatives. Do you feel that they are accountable? Do you feel that they are responsible? Do they act responsibly? I think you need to remove all your political glasses, political lenses, and think whether they are doing their duties. The election is going to come in the near future, and I think you have to vote wisely. You need to understand who are the people who are doing a real service for the country, who are trying their best to serve the interest of the people. So that, I think, is a very important, needed message. Number 12, and my last message, is to become a global citizen. It is high time we forget all these barriers and unite as a global citizen. People are dying all over the world. We need to realize how nations are linked. It all began in China. But today, all the countries, I think 202 countries are suffering with what actually this began in China, but that wave has spread all over the world. So we need to understand that we are no more in one island nation. We are Sri Lankan, we are proud about it, but at the same time, we need to admit that we are global citizens. So you have a responsibility to make sure that you are safe, and you need to think about how your actions can affect the entire world. So I believe that I have given you a very valuable message. I have recommended 12 things you can do during these few days staying at your homes. And I believe that you have been inspired, because the International Youth Alliance for Peace, I Inspire online campaign, is to inspire you and to give you thoughts from young people all over the country to enable you to engage during these few days and to make your time a very productive time, and to make sure that you spend the time in a very productive manner. So keep in touch until we meet next. I am Janith Perera, youth and peace advocate and activist from Sri Lanka. Goodbye. Thank you.